What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another 7 o'clock premiere. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return to subscribe. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a story that happened out there in California. I think it's Corona, California, to be exact. Let me go up here and look. Yeah, I think it was in Corona, California. And it's about this guy right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the man you see on this screen is no longer with us. He was 79 years old, and his name was James Norman. May he rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, this man was on his way to meet his family for dinner when he stopped at a car wash and was vacuuming his car out. And then he met this guy right here, this piece of crap, 29-year-old man, Ryan Hewitt, who was basically arrested and booked with charges of carjacking and murder. You can guess what happened. As this man was vacuuming the back part of his trunk, he had his car running. And this guy's in frail condition. And Mr. Hewitt walked up, just jumped in the car like it was his, backed the car up while he was vacuuming, and then took off with him in the back of the trunk. And he wound up falling out, you know, because he couldn't hold on, and dying in the street. Now this guy's locked up. This guy, Mr. Norman, was an Army veteran. A little bit about him, he's a grandfather and Army veteran. And to be killed in such a way is unacceptable. Nobody has the right to take something from somebody, especially something they worked long and hard for. This man's 79 years old on this planet. And the last sentence in his book of life was carjacked by an oxygen thief, where he lost his life in the street before trying to go and have dinner with his family. And here's his story.
Family of a man dragged and killed in a brutal carjacking says that they were getting ready to meet him for dinner before the deadly turn of events. Inland Empire reporter Leticia Juarez live at Norco after speaking with the family. Leticia.
Well, Mark, I did speak with the victim's daughter, and she tells me that her dad was an Army veteran who was in frail health, but he had survived some close calls in his lifetime, from falling off a ladder to even walking away from a plane crash. But she says this makes it so hard to know that her dad died in such a violent way following a carjacking yesterday. James Norman, known as Jim to his family and friends, was getting ready to go to dinner with his daughter and son-in-law when he made a quick stop at this ARCO station on Hidden Valley Parkway in Norco.
So he probably went to clean his car, and he was probably going to wait for us to call him to say, hey, Dad, we're on our way down. We're going to come get you.
But instead of calling her dad, Nicole Lauritsen says she got a call from a Riverside County Sheriff's deputy.
Your dad's been involved in an accident. Is there any way to track his phone? And they said, no, I could track his car. And that's kind of where it led. Nothing made sense at the time. I think obviously because it was an investigation, they couldn't say anything.
But it wasn't an accident. Authorities say the 79-year-old had been vacuuming the back of his Chevy Trailblazer at the car wash. The engine was still running. That's when investigators say 29-year-old Ryan Hewitt jumped into the driver's seat and took off, with the victim still hanging out the back door.
He didn't have his hearing aids in, so I'm guessing he didn't hear with the vacuum on, and all of a sudden this car is just backing up, and he was too old and frail to get out before the door slammed on him.
Investigators were able to locate the vehicle at a Riverside apartment complex thanks to an AirTag Nicole had placed in her dad's car to keep track of him. She's grateful police found the suspect and thankful to the strangers who stood by her father in his final moments.
I just hope he went quickly, and I'm grateful for the people. I hope to meet them that surrounded him and protected his body so he wasn't just out on the middle of the road.
Now, a GoFundMe page has been created to help cover the cost of a memorial service and some final medical bills for the family. Meanwhile, the suspect, Ryan Hewitt, is expected to appear for his arraignment on charges of second-degree murder and felony carjacking. He's being held right now on $1 million bail. Reporting in Norco, Leticia Juarez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of James Hewitt. May he rest in peace, man. 79 years old in frail condition. Said he was an Army vet. You get respect from that, just for that, from me. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, said he survived falling off a ladder which is dangerous, and a plane crash. Come on, how many people can say they survived a plane crash? This guy had a lot of stories he could have told. And now he's gone. Gone. I want you to think about that. 29-year-old guy, rest of his life ahead of him. And if he was doing something productive with his damn life, he wouldn't be out there stealing people's cars or feeling he got a right to just jump into a running car that he know ain't his. This is why I say all these brazen acts and stuff like this of violence and disregard for human life will result when you do something negligible and people lose their life. You have to pay the ultimate price by giving your life for what you've done. And really, it still ain't enough to heal the hurt that a lot of people are suffering right now after Mr. James Norman is gone. And that's the thing. It's like the younger eating the old. 29 years old, you know better. You know damn better. But you chose to do what you did. And the punishment should fit the damn crime. Now, if y'all noticed, I ain't cussed today. In none of my videos. That was the first time I cussed. I'm trying to cut back. But you know that only lasts a couple of days until I see something that sends me over the top. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. This guy, Ryan Hewitt, ain't squat. Ooh, I'm trying to cuss. Listen. Said the car was found in an apartment complex with him in it in Riverside, California. Shout out Riverside. Think about that. You steal a Chevy Trailblazer knowing it's not yours. The tags and stuff show it's not yours. You're riding around in somebody's stuff after ejecting them out the car. Now, they said he was in the trunk at first, but he was in the back seat, hanging on to the back seat. I guess the door hit him and flung him out the vehicle and he died. Think about that. A guy's telling you to stop and you driving with his car, a 79-year-old man. If you look at that man frail as can be. And you took advantage of him because you know he physically couldn't take you. That's the thing I have a big problem with. There are people out here that take advantage of people just because they think they can take them. Y'all remember I did that story about the young boy in Houston? The guy was a Navy vet, old white guy. Took the car from the guy, punched the guy, knocked the guy down, took the car, ran the guy over with the car, and then took off. Then when they caught him, he said, oh, only reason why I did it is I thought I could take him. I picked him as a victim. No different than this shit. It's a lot of weak-minded people out here. It ain't nobody's fault. You know what I'm saying? But they need strong corrective punishments for this type of stuff. Man was on his way to dinner, wanted to have his car right so he could go chill out with his daughter and other people, whoever else was involved. And here comes some piece of crap coming down the street, walking through a car wash, ain't got car to first. Oh, he's stupid for leaving his door open and the car running. Evidently, he wants his car taken. That's how they think. If you didn't want your car took, you shouldn't have been running with the keys. Don't matter. Nobody should be subject to having anybody run up to them and feel as though they can take their stuff and hurt them in the process, knowing that the stuff ain't yours. One of the first lessons we was taught when we was young is what? Not to touch something that's yours. Evidently, some people didn't get the memo. So it is going to be what it's going to be when you get caught doing some stupid stuff. Anyway, I'm done with it. Suspect 29 years old. Look old as hell. Look at this picture. He look old as hell. That tell you a lot about his life. Remember, tell you something. The reflection of how somebody look is what's going on inside, mainly up here. Motherfucker got a confusing look or have you looking confused when you look at them. A lot of time it's confusion up in here in their mind. It's like reflective of somebody's house. The way your house is in the inside reflect a lot of time what's going on inside of you. Not all the time, but you know what I'm saying. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. This dude right here is dog crap. Show him the flowers. I would give him no leniency. People that do this type of stuff in the court system. Hell, it wouldn't even be no court system. He got $1 million bond for what? For what? He'd be 6 feet deep. It's up to me. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.